Meawlai's podcast. Hello, Meawies! Welcome back to my channel. Before we begin, I want to thank you for the warm welcome you have given to this new project. I am very happy that you like this idea and so grateful to receive your kind words of love and support. That said, let's get down to business. In the previous episode, I asked you what you would prefer to talk about. I give you three options, which are the best expansions, what do we miss about The Sims 1, 2, and 3, or the craziest bugs that people has found while playing The Sims. After counting the votes on Instagram and YouTube, you have decided to talk about what do we miss about The Sims 1, 2, and 3? Okay, let's go everybody. Aside from giving you my opinion and here's yours, I did a little research and found a website that summarized the classic features that should return in The Sims 5. Yeah, of course, The Sims 5. Nice try, mate. Despite the failure of The Sims 5, I find some things worth highlighting in this article. The website is called Game Brand. I will leave you the link in the description in case you want to check it out. This article tells us that although the game's complexity and graphics have improved over the last 20 years, some players feel that some elements are missing from the older games. They also have a list of features from the early games that they think should return. Some have already been fixed in the new expansions, like the fairies, but I'm here to talk about the ones I believe still haven't been fixed and that many of us will love to see back. The first thing on the list is that there should be more variety of random or scripted events in the game to make it more realistic and interesting. By this, we mean thieves, aliens abductions, unpredictable elements that add fun and surprise to the game. What surprise elements do you miss the most? An alien abduction to break away from the daily grind doesn't sound bad to me. Well, the second thing to point out is the pets. In The Sims 3, players could also play the pets, making them more interactive and important to the game, but in The Sims 4, the pets are much less interactive. I would love to be able to control my kittens and play from their point of view. The third thing to note is the quality of the expansion packs. I mentioned earlier that some features and characters have returned with the new expansions. However, many of them are a little disappointing. Previously in the games like The Sims 2 and 3, packs would be full of new and exciting worlds, lots, content and items. However, The Sims 4 packs really were a letdown in this sense. For example, The Sims 3 Supernatural contained fairies, witches, werewolves, vampires and even zombies. Now players of The Sims 4 need to purchase 3 separate packs to get witches and werewolf creatures that were once available in one pack along with more. And I don't know about you, but my wallet can't afford to buy every single expansion because despite their lacks, they are not cheap. Let's go for number 4. Another thing that could be much better: neighborhoods and worlds. In The Sims 1, there are 7 worlds and a total of 88 lots, giving players a lot of freedom with building and gameplay. This continued in The Sims 2 and The Sims 3, which even allowed players to freely place lots in the world. Again, these features were not included in The Sims 4, and players have been looking for the free gameplay to return. The number 5 is the Zodiacs. A beloved feature that Sims 3 was the ability to give Sims their own star sign. This gave Sims a bit more character and allowed the players to add a sense of realism to the game, giving the Sims not only a zodiac but also a season of birth. This was a fun and simple feature in Create the Sims that players loved. Would you like it to come back? Let's move on to number 6. One of the things that I missed the most. Cars and transport without loading screens. Do you remember when Sims could travel freely between the lots by simply walking or using a car or a bike? Without a not-ending loading screen? Another thing that slows down and limits the gameplay. Oh, how I miss the open world. And the last but not least, our bestie, the color wheel. One thing most players are really missing from the Sims 3 game is the level of customization available from the items and Sims. When building, players could choose from hundreds of patterns that could be applied to every item in the game. These 7 things are just a few of the many things I think could be improved in The Sims 4. To find out your opinion, I ask you on my socials, what do you miss the most? These were some of your responses. Some of you really miss The Sims 2, like Janina and Becky. Becky tells us that she missed the stories in The Sims 2 because they gave the game much more character and intensity. I agree with that. But other people are most inclined towards The Sims 3. Marky wants to bring back the automatic roof feature from The Sims 3. And I, as someone who is hopeless at building roofs, couldn't agree more. And one of his Sims tells us that for her, The Sims 3 had everything on another level. The open world, the cars, the stores. But what she missed most is being able to use the color palette for everything. VRJDGHIT, sorry if I pronounce it bad, agrees that she missed the customization of The Sims 3 and being able to walk around the neighborhood while watching what her neighbors are doing inside their homes. Personally, I also think that being able to customize everything to your liking and move freely around the world is one of the things that takes the game to another level and make it even more enjoyable. Before we leave, there is an opinion that has made me realize that everyone knows there is drama with The Sims 4. Ellie tells us that she has never played The Sims, but that she finds the drama amazing. Thanks for your opinion, I love it. And what about you? What do you think about The Sims 4? You can leave us your opinion in the comments. I read you. All that's left is to thank you for your time and support. Thank you very much to everyone who participated, and thank you all for watching and listening this little podcast. See you next time. Bye!